Our philosophy will change your life and world. That is the title of a message that I received on February the 18th of 2025, and it is now February the 17th of 2026. And so I know that that's what I'm meant to speak about today. First of all, I'm Roger Burnley, and I've been a channel for Wilhelm since 1989. Actually, I was just doing writing at that time. I didn't become a channel until much later, and I didn't even release the information that I received until about 2008. But I'm speaking about it today. I had a channeling session earlier today, and there were so many technical problems that happened, and it was because my mic wasn't working. And I had obviously inadvertently pulled it out or something like that, and we're doing a live stream. And so I don't remember what came through, but I know that part of it was because I wasn't willing to communicate, which is what I've been doing for so many years, that I've been holding back. And when you don't accept who you are, you can't live the life you're supposed to have. And sometimes that is purposeful when you hold back, and for me, that is exactly what happened, so I can demonstrate something different to everyone else. When I started receiving this information, I didn't know what was going to come through. And then when I was told many years ago that I was given something that could change anyone's life in our world, I doubted it. Except now I know that that was true. That was accurate. Because we change in our consciousness. That is individually and collectively. We're moving through a time in our world where it seems a little disruptive, it seems a little chaotic, but I also understand why that is occurring, because not enough of us have remembered who we are and have become willing to own who we are, and that was me. And I just have to be completely honest about that because I'm changing that today. The message that I put up yesterday, I'm putting out these messages saying, after tomorrow, I will become a millionaire. They're talking about today on this eclipse, because there are energies that are shifting and all the events in our world that are occurring. I understood them. I didn't understand why that was happening either. And I didn't understand who I was and what was developing. And I certainly couldn't have told you that I was a savant, and that's how I received this information, and that is how I healed my life from all the difficulties and challenges that I had moved through, mainly physical and in every other single way. And I know that this will change your life. I can no longer hold that back, and I have to be completely honest because I've been, when you don't do that, things go wrong, and I've been messing up so many things, mainly financially. That's the way that we can hold ourselves back or do self-sabotage when we can't own who we are. None of us are going to understand everything or understand other people, and I can't expect others to understand what I have done. But I do know that for those people who want to live their greatest life, I have the information. And at 75 years old, it took me that long to accept it and to come to understand it, but I do have that. And I couldn't put a value on it, though. And that's why I never charged enough money for it, because I couldn't own it. And then it's revealed that I have created the first documented consciousness-raising system in history. Now, I was told some of these things years ago, but believing that was something quite different. And I've seen all of the different changes that are happening, which was given to me, especially the changes happening in the United States, all of that energetic shifts, all of that information was given to me. And I thought, wow, if I could have owned this, would it have been different? Would it have been, we could have had a better world if I had have owned myself? But that's true for all of us. It's not just me. Because when we remember who we are, we change things. What I was given in 2020, for instance, told me exactly the energetic shifts that would be happening. I could have never understood why that was happening. I could have never told you why I was understanding the energetic shifts, because I never studied astronomy, astrology, or any of the sciences. But sometimes you develop different skills and different abilities, and then you're meant to honor them. Now, no one has done what I have done, and no one has done what you're going to do either. But that's because you came to bring something really unique to the world and new that could cause more of us to raise our consciousness. And so that's what I'm doing now. So I had to really do this video and give you this information today so that I can stop hiding and getting out of my own get out of my own way, because that's the only difficulty that we have. And it was a process that I moved through every single day, where I would sit down and receive this information. And then I come to understand that there was an energetic pattern that I was following. For 36 years, we have changes that happen. When we study history, we can see energetic changes that happen that kind of align with galactic changes that we don't always come to understand. As we live as humans, we start to develop new ability to understand things, and that's what I was given. And now I have to honor this and start honoring myself, because I know that I can help any person become their best self, live their greatest life, and not everyone's going to want to do that. Because the other thing that we must do is become willing to look at ourselves, become willing to examine what we've held back, what we couldn't believe, how we didn't love ourselves, how we couldn't accept our authenticity, because that's what we're meant to do, and I was given that path. And it's the most bizarre thing, because as I look at it, I can show you the organization that I have received. I've said things before, like I uncovered the order of the universe, and I did. I didn't know what that was happening. I couldn't have known it until now that it's come about. But now I'm devoting this time, and I'm changing after today, which is what I said yesterday when I said I would become a millionaire. The reason I said that is because I have the thing that every person could use. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter how old you are, what you've done or not done, you're going to still evolve in your consciousness. I was given the ability to help you do that. And I resisted it. I couldn't accept it because I hadn't seen it before either. However, there's so many people who are in the program who have demonstrated the effectiveness of this work, because what it works with is your mindset, your cognitive processes, your limitations, your programming, everything that told you you couldn't be something that you could, everything that had you doubt your talents and abilities. That's what I was given. So today, that's what I'm doing. I'm changing it, and I'm owning who I am, so that tomorrow I can actually say, yes, this philosophy that I received will change your life and our world. Because if more people become who they're meant to be and own themselves and become abundant and happy and in love with who they are, that changes the world. And I was given that information, and I can own that today, because I want you to own yourself. I have always been the person who wanted to see a better world. I did not know that I was going to be given the ability to cause that to happen. I may not see it while I'm still alive, but I do know that it's happening because I've already seen it. I've already seen so many people who have done this work and go out and then they do something else that's wonderful for others, and we keep doing that, and we have a much higher degree of consciousness for everyone. And then we stop making ourselves little and small, and for me, making myself broke because I couldn't own it. And now I'm owning it because I want you to do it. Thank you for being here. Please share this with others, because today, those who look at this and see the work, you'll see that there's a way for anybody to do this. Anyone can afford it. There's no reason why you couldn't, because they're payment plans, monthly things. And again, this is about every day changing your brain. That's what this is, to come to understanding who you are. And then I work with you, and then we have group calls, which are wonderful, because now we collectively work through any limitations that we've had, and that's what we need in our world. I'm so glad this came through on the day of the eclipse, where everything is changing. This is the reset that we were all seeking, and now I have it. See you soon.